Welcome back to West Texas, folks. Following straight on from the last episode, we are going to get the grass that we mowed cultivated in and some anhydrous put in, and then we're going to get this planted with our cotton crop for the year. Corn, not cotton. I think corn uses quite a lot of nitrogen. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just going to go and check. Pretty much about the same as grass, so I think we're going to bump it up to about 160. The single tank of anhydrous that we brought way back at the start of last year is lasting embarrassingly long. Oh, I forgot this doesn't work with auto width. Let's find its width, 12.5. And now I need the lines on so I can see. There we go. Yeah, that looks about right. And we're getting a nice, solid, quite heavy fertilization on some of this. I'm wondering if that's picking up the edge. Yeah, the map looks okay. So we're going to need to shuffle over to get in this corner. Possibly not the best way to do this. No, definitely not the best way to do this. Should have just taken a second row, I think. Come on. Oh, we made it. Yeah, so we're still using the same anhydrous we've been using since the start. So we may as well go heavy with the anhydrous. I could have done digestate because we've got loads of that, but you know, we'll just use this and see if we can get our fertilization sorted. Could have put this on course play. I should probably be doing up down rows first, so we don't compress the headlands. In fact, we will do that. We'll leave a nice headland there. I should maybe do skip rows as well. Alright, we can make it round. That's fine. Yeah, that'll work. And that'll get our fertilization hopefully close to where we need it to be anyway. Yeah, and then this is going to be corn, which we are kind of smack in the middle of planting season for. And yeah, other than that, not much has changed since the last video. We just roll straight into this one. So I'm going to jump straight into a time lapse on this one because we've just got a lot of field work to do. So future me will be with you in a bit. Here I am. I'm trying to churn through these videos before the kind of Christmas holidays really kick in. So this is going to be the last field that we have to plant on here. My neighbours are being kind of noisy. And probably the last field we'll plant on West Texas because, yeah, this will definitely be the last year that we do on here. I'm really curious to see how much silage we're going to get off this pretty massive field once we get it planted and it's grown, obviously. We have some big fields this year, and I am wondering if we might actually be able to buy some more fields before the end of the year with the milk money we're making from the milk. I'm quite tempted by that canola field that we've just seen. It's about $900,000. I reckon if a few months worth of milk should see us able to buy that, which would be quite nice. It's a shame it's not been ploughed in like this one has. This was obviously another semicircular field before I took a plough to it, because it seemed like a waste of land, because those pivot things are not something that I'm interested in using. It's pretty much done with the cultivating, and never know with these giant size fields, and obviously we're going to get big maps in FS22, just how much of the field work to show. It gets quite repetitive, I think, if you watch me cultivate a field this big. Took quite a while of real life time, so I don't know, let me know what you think when we get into big maps in FS22. I don't know whether I'm going to do any big map farming like this in 22 for a while. I do like me a small English map when we start getting them. Although it looks like the first modded map we're going to get is probably Greystone Farm, I think that's the name of it, from Big H Modding. I think it's Big H Modding. I've been watching some of the previews that Argsy and FSG are doing, and it looks like a really nice map. And being horse focused, and with the changes to horses that you might see on the video that's coming out in a few hours from me recording this, I'm really tempted by doing horses in FS22. I'm considering doing it in the survival challenge as well, so I don't want to go overly heavy on the horses. Right, let's get the early rice planter hooked up to the quad track. Yes, it's probably massive overkill, but you know, we've got a really nice quad track to use, so we might as well use it, which we have in FS22 now as well, which is quite nice. I haven't actually looked at it yet, but I do like the quad track on here. It has some really nice features that I'm assuming we will see come to FS22 modded versions of the quad track. Pretty sure Cull Farms is still working on, so yeah, that will be very cool to see. And what I'm hoping is that we see some row textures for cord crops on more maps in FS22. That would be quite nice as well. I could have added them into this, I guess, but I haven't done texture editing on a map yet, so I didn't do it on this for some reason. But yeah, corn is obviously a row crop, so it would be nice to see some row planting textures. Just bunging in a couple of headlands to give us some room to turn on this end of the field. It's quite a long row, so yeah, I just skipped that bit for you. We'll do another couple of headlands, and then we'll just get into some serious planting. I guess we could have gone bigger with the planter. We could have gone for a John Deere, which is obviously bigger. One of the John Deere DBs, but I think they were planning to do a bigger early rise for 19, but I don't think it ever got released, so I'm assuming we might see that in FS22 at some point as well, which would be nice because this is a really nice bit of kit. But it's about the smallest I would want to use on here at this point. A really nice feature that I hadn't noticed is the quad track screen to hook up to the planter and give us a readout on our seed levels. That was randomly a bit laggy. That's weird. Trying to get some artistic shots in, and my camera obviously had a bit of a memory card glitch, so we say. We do need some more seed. So just hooking up the seed tender, and one of the bins is empty, so we'll crash into the seed bin a few times, because you know it wouldn't be my driving if we didn't. And then we'll fill up with about 100 bushels of seed and take that over to the planter to refill it. And I was completely guessing on 100 bushels, but I think actually it is 100 bushel seeder, so which is approximately 2.7 washing machines, I believe. Yeah, so we should just make this row, and then we'll refill and crack on and get this finished. And then probably the next video will also be on this day, because we've got time left and the weather's pretty good, and we need to get the rest of the grass mown for hay. So yeah, the next video will probably be a monster mowing session in the Big M. And then probably jumping forwards to getting the hay baled and into one of the silos as well. I'll do a mixture of baling and using the loading wagon to fill the silo up, probably, depending on whether we are in fields that I can use auto drive for and courseplay for to collect, or whether we are in just some of the open land. In that case, I'll just bale that. Curious to see how much we're going to get off of the boundaries of the new big round field that we brought. I'm expecting we might get quite a lot off of there. I think the neighbours are doing stuff on the house. Not sure. Anyway, I doubt the microphone is picking that up, and I'm getting distracted. So, as with the last time we did this series, and I remember saying a lot on that and it ended up not happening. I'm going to get the next video. I'm going to get the hay all sorted, and then we're probably going to jump forwards to harvest time. I think I'll skip some of the days in between just to try and wrap this series up as we approach maps coming out. I don't want to leave it hanging, so we might just do a bit of skipping time. And yeah, we're on the last row here, so thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed the video, give me a like, give me a comment, and if you're not already, subscribe. Why aren't you subscribed? And turn on notifications, and I'll see you next time here on West Texas. Do leave this running for a bit so that we can appreciate the awesome animation of this cedar planter folding up. It's really cool. I like it. Catch you next time.